The Little Prince, Chapter 26. Near the wall. There was an old stone wall. The next evening, when I came back from walking on my plane, I saw the little prince in the distance. He was sitting on the stone wall. I could hear him talking. Don't you remember? He was saying. This isn't exactly the place. A voice must have answered the little prince because he spoke again. Yes, this is the right day, but it isn't the right place. I continued walking toward the wall. Still, I couldn't see anyone or hear anyone. But the little prince spoke again. You'll see where my footsteps begin in the sand. Wait for me there. I'll be there tonight. I was now 20 meters from the wall, and still I saw no one. Then the little prince said, after silence, is your poison good? Are you sure I won't suffer for long? I stopped. My heart was pounding. But still, I didn't understand. Now go away, said the little prince. I want to get down from here. I looked down toward the foot of the wall, and then I saw it. A yellow snake was coiled up in front of the little prince. A yellow snake that can kill you in 30 seconds. I reached into my pocket for my gun, but the snake heard me and floated away over the sand like water. I got to wall just in time to catch my little prince in my arms. His face was white as snow. What's going on here? Why are you talking to snakes? I loosened the yellow scarf he always wore around his neck. I wiped his forehead and made him drink some water. I didn't ask him anything more. He looked at me with a serious expression and put his arms round my neck. I felt his heart beating like a dying bird which had just been shot. He said to me, I'm glad you fixed your engine's problem. Now you'll be able to fly again. How did you know? I asked, surprised. The little prince was right. I had found what had been the matter with my engine, but I hadn't told him yet. He didn't answer my question. All he said was, I'm leaving today too. And then sadly, it's much farther than I thought, and much more difficult. I realized that something very unusual was happening. I was holding the little prince in my arms like a little child. He seems to be falling into a deep hole, and I could do nothing to stop his fall. His expression was very serious now, and his thoughts seemed far away. I have your ship, he said, and I have the box for it, and the muzzle, and he smiled sadly. I'll wait a long time. I could feel that he was recovering a little. Little fellow, you are afraid, but he laughed a little. I'll be much more frightened tonight. Once again, I felt chilled, like something was happening that could never be changed back. I realized how sad it would be never to hear that laugh again. For me, it was like a spring of fresh water in the desert. Little fellow, I want to hear you laugh again, he said to me. Tonight, it will be 1 year since I fell to earth. My star will be just above the place where I fell. Little fellow, this is a bad dream, isn't it? Your conversation with the snake and the meeting place and the star. It's all a bad dream. He didn't answer my question. Instead, he said, what is important cannot be seen. Yes, I know. It's the same for the flower. If you love a flower that lives on a star, then it's good to look up at the sky at night. All the stars are blossoming. Yes, I know. It's the same for the water. The water you gave me to drink was like a music because of the pulley and the rope. Do you remember? It was really good. Yes, I know. At night, you will look up at the stars. You will not see my star because it's too small. but it's better that way. My star will be just one of the many stars for you. So you will like looking at all of them. They'll all be your friends. I have a present for you. He left. Oh, little fellow, I love hearing that laugh. That'll be my present, just that. What do you mean? The stars are different for everyone. For travelers, they are guides. For other people, they are just tiny lights. And for still others, for scholars, they are problems to be solved. For my businessmen, they were gold. But all those stars are silent stars. Yours will be very different. What do you mean? I'll be laughing on one of those stars. When you look up at the sky at night, it will be as if all the stars are laughing. You'll have stars that can laugh. He laughed again and then continued. When you are feeling better, like everyone does sooner or better, you'll be glad you've known me. You'll always be my friend. You'll feel like laughing with me. You'll open your window sometimes just for fun, and your friends will be surprised to see you laughing while you are looking up at the sky. Then you'll tell them, yes, it's the stars. They always make me laugh. They'll think you are crazy, but it will be because I played this trick on you, because I give you stars that can laugh. He laughed again. Yes, I give you stars that can laugh. It will seem as if I give you a lot of tiny bells that know how to laugh. He laughed again. Then he grew serious once more. Tonight, don't come. I won't leave you. It'll look as if I'm suffering. It'll look a little as I'm dying. It'll look that way. Don't come to see that. It's not worth the trouble. I won't leave you. He was worried. I'm telling you this because of the snake. He mustn't bite you. Snakes are bad sometimes. They bite just for fun. I won't leave you. But something made him feel better. It's true, he said, that they don't have enough poison for a second bite. That night, I didn't see him leave. He got away without making a sound. When I was able to catch up with him, he was walking fast. All he said was, "Oh, you are here." He took my hand. But he was still worried. "You are wrong to come. You'll suffer. I'll look as if I'm dead. And it won't be true." I said nothing. "You understand? It's too far. I can't take this body with me. It's too heavy." I said nothing. "But it will be only a shell." "There is nothing sad about an old shell." I said nothing. He tried one more time to tell me everything was fine. "It will be nice, you know. I'll be looking at the stars too. And all the stars will be wells with a pulley. All the stars will pour out water for me to drink." I said nothing. "And it will be fun. We'll have 500 million little bells. I'll have 500 million springs of fresh water." And then he too said nothing because he was crying. "This is the place. Let me go on alone." He sat down because he was frightened. Then he said, "You know, my flower, I'm responsible for her. And she's so weak and so innocent. She only has 4 silly sons to defend her against the world." I sat down too because I was unable to stand any longer. He said, That's all." He hesitated a little longer. Then he stood up. He took a step. There was a yellow flash close to his ankle. For an instant, he didn't move. He didn't cry out. And then he fell gently. the way a tree falls. There was not even a sound because of the sand.